Hello, we will discuss today potential difference between two points. So usually we are interested in potential difference between two points. For example, these are two points, point A and point B, which are the terminals of the battery, and we want to calculate the potential difference between these two points. So you see in the circuit, EMF of the battery is 12 volt and R is the internal resistance of this battery, which is 2 ohm, and capital R is 4 ohm, which is the resistance of the external resistor. And you see the current flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal all the way while passing through external resistor R. So if we travel in this way from A to B, if we apply the loop rule, V is the potential at point A and VB is the potential at point B, then VA, and when you pass through this EMF in the direction of the current or in the direction of the EMF, this is, you can say, direction of the EMF, which goes from negative terminal to the positive terminal, then we take it positive. So we write VA plus EMF, and since we travel in the direction of the I, so we write minus IR because the voltage drops. And when you reach at point B, so this will be the potential at point B which is left. Okay, so we can rearrange this equation. VB minus VA is equal to EMF minus IR. Just take VA on the right side of the equation. Then you know that I is equal to current is equal to EMF over R, capital R plus R. We have already studied that for a real battery, the current is equal to this one. So you can put this I, this current, in this equation I. So it will become VB minus VA is equal to EMF minus. If you substitute the value of I, which is EMF over R plus R from here, and this is small r which is already present in the equation, this will become EMF over R, capital R plus small r into capital R. You can also write this equation if you just put the values, because EMF is given 12 volt and capital R and small r are given, then you can just write it down is equal to, so the result will come out is 8 voltage. So now look at this result, it is quite interesting. So the potential difference between these 2 points VB minus VA, this turns out to be 8 volt, while the EMF is given is 12 volt. It means the potential difference appears across the terminal of the battery that is less than the EMF. Okay, and what is the explanation why this discrepancy, or why this difference, why it is smaller than the EMF? The reason is because in the real battery there is internal resistance and the voltage drops across this internal resistance. Okay, if it is an ideal battery, then this small r will be 0. Okay, and then the potential difference will be equal to the EMF 12 volt. But in reality, in the real batteries, there are internal resistances. Now let's say if we move from point A to the point B in this way. Okay, if we move counterclockwise, then what will happen? You see, if you start from point A and travel uh, in the circuit all the way, and when you pass through the R, because you are passing through the R in the opposite direction of I, current is I, the current I is coming down while you are traveling upside. So we take that the voltage doesn't drop, or rather it is added. So we write VA, the voltage at point A, and plus IR, not minus IR. If you would come in this way, then it would have been minus IR, and then this is the potential at point B. So we write VB minus VA is equal to IR. Again, we know that I is equal to EMF over R plus R. If you just put the values, then it will become, this equation will become EMF over R plus R. So we reach at the same equation. So it means it doesn't make difference if you travel from point A to the point B directly in this way, or if you travel from point A to the point B in this way, in the opposite directions. So in the first case we travel clockwise, and in the second case we travel counterclockwise. In both cases it gives us the same result. You see, 8 volt. So this is the point which you need to note. To find the potential between any 2 points in the circuit, start at one point. For example, at point A we started, and traverse the circuit to the other point which is point B, following any path, and add algebraically the change in potential you encounter. So it means it is independent of the path taken, whether you are moving in this way or you are moving in that way. So you just need to add algebraically the changes in potential. Okay, so now the potential difference across a real battery. Again, the same circuit. We know that VB minus VA is equal to EMF minus IR. Just subtract IR, which is the voltage drops across the internal resistance. Subtract that from the EMF. So we can also write V is equal to EMF minus R. For example, if we arbitrarily choose that potential at point A is equal to 0, and if we take this VB as V, then we can write this equation as it is. Now if the internal resistance R of the battery is 0, okay, if internal resistance of the R battery is 0, for example, then V would be equal to the EMF of the battery, namely 12 volt, as I explained earlier. So in this case, R is equal to 2 ohm, so V is less than of EMF. V is less than EMF, which is 8 volt. Okay, I explained it. So now the result depends on the value of the current through the battery. Okay, this is the point which you need to note. Now look at this result, this potential difference. It also depends upon the I, which is the current. Okay, and if the same battery were in a different circuit and had a different current, for example, if you put this battery in a different circuit, and in the different circuit the I might change, okay, then in that case what would happen? If I changes, then this potential difference changes. It means not necessarily this result would come out, okay, then it wouldn't have been necessary that it would become 8 volt. It might would result in 7 volt or 9 volt. That depends totally upon the current. Now grounding a circuit, the same circuit again, but you see now here this point A is grounded. Okay, it means it is connected to the surface of the earth. Okay, so point A is directly connected to the ground, where ground is taken to be zero potential, and we just assume that potential is zero here. Then VB minus VA is we calculated, this is 8 volt, and now if A is connected to the zero potential, to the ground which is zero potential, then we can write this equation as VB is equal to 8 volt. So now if we connect the point B to the ground, okay, in this case we connected point A to the ground, but now in this case if you connect the point B to the ground, then what would happen? Then we can write VA, this equation, you see, then VB will be 0 because the potential at point B would be 0, and you can write V minus VA is equal to 8 volt, or you can write VA is equal to minus 8 volt. Now power, potential and EMF. So the net rate P of energy transfer from the EMF device to the charge carrier is given by. So as we have already studied, that P is equal to IV. What does it mean? That this is the power of energy which is transferred from the EMF to the EMF device. Okay, from the EMF device to the charge carriers. Now for the real battery, we know that voltage is equal to EMF minus IR. okay, for the real battery. It means for the real battery, voltage is always less than the EMF. Then this equation will become P is equal to, if you just put the value of V in this equation, then this equation will become I EMF minus IR. So this will become I EMF minus I square R if you just multiply I with the terms inside the bracket. Then okay, now we also know that power, internal dissipation rate, the power which is dissipated in a resistor, this is equal to I square R. We have already derived these equations. Then we also know that EMF is equal to IR. Okay, then this equation, okay, this equation, if you just put the value of, here are two I, okay, if you just take one I and one R, that will become EMF, yeah. So this is equal to P EMF, power of EMF device, this will be equal to I EMF. Now if a battery is being recharged with a wrong way, a wrong way means you push the charge carriers back to the battery. For example, the energy transfer is then from the charge carriers to the battery. It means the energy will be transferred from the charge carriers to the battery. So both to the battery's chemical energy and the energy dissipated in the internal resistance. Okay, so it means the energy transfer from the charge carrier, that will be added to the chemical energy of the battery, and the energy dissipated in the internal resistance. So we can write the rate of change of the chemical energy is given by, we just derived this, and the rate of dissipation is given by, we also know that we have derived this already, internal dissipation rate, and the rate at which the carrier supply energy is given by P is equal to IV. We just derived this now. So don't hesitate to ask questions below in comments. Hope it is clear. Thank you very much.